Tech Talk Alert. After our latest digital life hack, you're going to hear one of my weekend show's best calls. You don't want to miss it. It's the weekend. I know some of you guys and gals are grabbing your clubs to go golfing. Be sure to take your Apple Watch with you. I'm Kim Commando for Dell. For today's best deals on computer and office hardware, visit Dell.com/deals. You're standing on the green, focused on perfecting that swing to make par this time. Did you know that your Apple Watch can be your caddy? There are some great apps that will help your game. For starters, check out Golf Shot. This app uses GPS to give you distances to the green, hazards, and even your next shot. It also offers a comprehensive analysis of your swing from start to finish. Using the watch's built-in accelerometer and sensors, it tracks key metrics like tempo, rhythm, backswing, and more. Another one is the Swing U app. With shot tracking, it records every swing you take, providing a detailed analysis of your game so you might know how come you sliced that shot or use the club as a weapon of grass destruction. Enter to win a brand new iPhone 15 right now at winfromkim.com. As promised, I'm now bringing you a standout call from my weekend show. Brent in Anaheim, California. Hi there, Brent.
It's such an honor to talk to you. I've subscribed to your newsletter for, oh my gosh, probably 10 years. And
have you? Really? For 10 years, do you think?
Have you been doing it for 10 years? Maybe even more.
Oh, no, I have. I'm just curious because you've been a longtime subscriber. What are you thinking about the new format of the newsletters?
I like it. I think I like it better than the other. It's easy to kind of scan through and find what you are particularly interested in. I think the old one, topic that you were interested in, it brought you to, it opened up a new window and it got a little confusing to like where you were.
It did. Yeah. So and then plus, we tried to clean all that up because that was a big complaint. I just want to read. I don't want to have to click through and go to a website and read more about it and then see ads. And then there's also in our newsletters, there's only one ad. That's it. Just one ad. Yeah. So it's not loaded with all these different ads. So I was just curious because we're getting a lot of great feedback. I was just looking at
very down to earth. It's very personal. I like the little humor bits. It just kind of makes it like you're talking to a friend. So it's awesome. I like it.
Well, so Brent, how can I help you?
A couple of weeks ago, you posted a review of the Nextdoor website. I had received a email from them. Well, not really an email. It was just like, click here. And it was like, 52 free things in your area. I'm like, okay, weird. So as I'm looking through this, I'm seeing ads for like free animals. And being in the animal rescue volunteer world for many years, it's well known that these free posts pose as good homes for these animals, and they literally sell them for like scientific experiments. It's a horrible thing. And most rescues will scour through like Craigslist. This was like a Craigslist thing many years ago. So I wrote to, the executives of Nextdoor, and they told me that while they do prohibit the sale of animals, they don't prohibit free under the guise of, rehoming them. So I told them my story, what I told you. I said, it's actually the opposite, because if somebody's going to want to sell an animal, they're not going to want to pay for it just to sell it. So my interaction with Nextdoor was before your article on Nextdoor. So I just kind of put the two together. And I said, let me write into Kim and see if there's anything she can do with her platform to perhaps warn people or just say, hey, this is a bad thing. Because I did also make a couple of calls to some animal controls, and they said yes.
Well, let's talk about what we can do. Okay. Brent. It's interesting that you got feedback from Nextdoor, and they did write you back, which I think it says something. I mean, at least they're paying attention, because a lot of these tech companies, they just don't give a crap about anything.
Yeah, and it was actually very swiftly. I think I wrote it Saturday, and they got back to me like Monday.
Which is commendable for them. I'm going to give them a gold star for that. I really will. One of the things that you might want to do is an online petition, because you might be able to gather enough support from people all across the country that could influence Nextdoor's policy if there's enough public pressure. Okay. Of course, change.org can be used to create this petition. And then now what you have to do is spread the word about the petition. So that's where I'd contact, local animal welfare groups, some veterinarians, your local media there in Orange County, and explain to them what's going on, so that this way you can get enough momentum so that you could go to them and say, listen, we had 10,000 people sign this petition that we want you to stop allowing free animals on Nextdoor because this is happening. And then, in your petition, when you start putting this up, make sure that you can give a lot of examples, okay? And put pictures up and stories, because if you just come in and say, hey, this is what's happening without any concrete evidence, people are going to be like, oh, come on, Brent, really? I mean, what are you smoking?
Yeah, where's your proof?
Right. So put up the proof, put up your opinion, maybe get some people in the industry who have actually prosecuted some of these cases to give you some good quotes. And there's nothing like photos that will also sway opinions. So again, that's going to be change.org. Once you get that up, Brent, give me a call and let's talk about it. Thanks a ton for listening. Now, if you have questions, comments, or just a digital dilemma, find your way to Komando.com and hit that email Kim link. I treat each email like it's a VIP guest at a tech expo. Now, you can turn tech chaos into clarity. How? Well, get my free daily newsletter over at getkim.com.